are to be successful in court.
My Lords, I have a confession to make, and that is that I love the traffic police. And I've spent many happy hours in the back, actually in the front of a police van with an automatic number plate recognition machine, spotting illegal drivers. And the fascinating thing about criminals is they don't only break the law on drugs and guns and things like that. They don't pay insurance on their cars either. I mean, if I were a criminal, I would make sure that my car was perfectly legal, but for some reason they don't. And so actually the traffic police are incredibly successful at catching criminals. And at one point, I don't know if it's still true, their arrest rate was far more than the average police officer here in London. And in the 12 years I sat on the police authority, I took advantage of that to actually go out with the traffic police. I remember one spectacular day when they had a car crushing machine next to the A1, and all the vehicles speeding down the A1 saw this car crushing machine and slowed to legal limits. We weren't actually crushing cars that had been taken that day. They'd actually brought some cars up from central London. So I'm a big fan, and I think that the traffic OCU serves the most incredible function of keeping our roads safe. And I've supported Amendment 19 because, of course, everybody expects police to respond to blue light emergencies, to drive fast, to overtake and to go through red lights and so on. And it's right that the police are given the necessary legal protections to do their jobs in these situations. Then there are more controversial and dangerous tactics, such as officers aggressively ramming moped drivers who refuse to stop. And we can't leave this to the courtroom to decide. It's got to be a political decision. Whether a tactic meets the standard of reasonable and careful constable is political, because you can't leave police officers uncertain about whether their behaviour is legal. It would also leave the public unsure about what standard of driving we can expect from our public servants. So Amendment 19 actually addresses this issue, and I think is an extremely neat solution.